Nice color on the gills, the eyes bulging, bounces back. It's looking pretty good. All right. So there's I call it the collar right around here, that piece of bone where the gills push up against it. We're going to take it right here around the pectoral fin and the collar, cut in at an angle, like so, right into the gills. Okay. Then we're going to cut down to the vertebrae. We're going to cut through the rib cage and keeping our knife right against the vertebrae. Now this is a flatfish, but the vertebrae is a lot smaller than some of the fishes that you were actually breaking down when you were in New World or downstairs in purchasing class, right? You cut with those. You cut across the back to get to the vertebrae, went over the vertebrae, and went the other side. You can do that with a salmon, but it's not as necessary because of the short vertebrae. You can go right across the top. All right. So, taking my knife about a 10 to 15 degree angle and going from heel tip right across the vertebrae, cutting through the rib cage. Down. Tail. Now, once you cut through, you want to keep the fillet as flat as possible. So you don't want to bend it. You don't want to pull it back to see where you are. Because the more you fold it, the more you bend it, the more it's going to mess up the fillet. It's going to start to separate. Okay. So flip it over. Like so. So you should be able to see the vertebrae as you go down. All right. Now, there is a little bit of meat here. This is what you're going to use for a spoon. You're going to get a spoon and you're going to scrape that off, just a metal spoon. Get all that meat off that carcass, okay? Up in the head and everything else. Yeah, you got 2 pieces of parchment here?
Yes.
Okay, good. Put 1 piece of parchment right there. Okay. All right, so once you remove the fillet, you have to remove the ribs. To get the ribs, you need a bar rag. Someone hand me a bar rag from underneath the. Thank you. Is that? Oh, it's one of ours. Yeah. Sorry.
I didn't use it.
Okay, that's perfect. Thank you. All right, so then get underneath the rib cage like so. You see, I'm keeping my knife right up against the ribs. I can almost see it as I go around, right? I'm not sawing, but I'm kind of using long movements to keep it nice and smooth, okay? Removing the membrane all the way. Okay. Scrape a little bit of meat off the belly there. Okay. Now, what that leaves is once you go down the vertebrae, you're going to leave a little bit of that behind, right here. Okay. I call it the rosary beads, right? Because it looks kind of like that when you start to work. Underneath, so work your way up to remove that. Then you have pin bones. Right above that center line, there's a set of pin bones that goes about 2/3 up the salmon. So I'm popping them up. Grab your pliers. Grab the pin bones and pull it the same direction that the grain of the salmon is going. See how the grain of the salmon is kind of coming up this way? We're going to pull it the same direction. That way we're not tearing up the fillet. So grabbing the bones and pulling it with the grain. With the grain. Okay, just like that. Okay. And then you're done. You do not need to remove the skin. You want the skin intact if you're going to be doing gravlax, and you also want it intact if you're going to smoke it. Okay?
Alright, so what about the other?
We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So then when you turn it over, turn it so that the head is over here and the head is hanging down and the fillet is set, and you're going to actually go from the belly side instead of the back side like I did. Okay? Call me over and get you started. So finish pulling.